to Medina, bet big, get in between your dents. Get the prognosis, doses, blends and bends like Twizzlers. Biggest fitting to hurt what's under that skirt. Who filling them with octane? Got them gassed up, about to get blasted up. So the last one word the mother, brother miss him. I seen it when he kissed him at the wake, made his body shake. The high guy in 850 eyes, smoke tank, rap terror, for chrome and terror. Streets five by the rivers, the fifth is conspicuous. Bad boy slipped in 95, ridiculous. My rap lines is like landmines. One step, kaboom, black suits fill the room. To whom it may concern, Junior Mafia is the click. Act up, I have my honeys total bustle. That's right.
In the middle of the day now, baby, I seem to think of only you. Oh yeah, never thinking for a moment, baby, that you've been thinking of me too. Yeah. So you just don't know what you do to me.
Give me all the chicken heads from Pasadena to Medina. Bet big, get in between your dents. Get the prognosis, doses, blends and bends like Twizzlers. Biggest fitting to hurt what's under that skirt. Who filling them with octane? Got them gassed up, about to get blasted up. So the last one word the mother, brother miss him. I seen it when he kissed him at the wake, made his body shake. The high guy in 850 eyes, smoke tank, rap terror, for chrome and terror. Streets five by the rivers, the fifth is conspicuous. Bad boy slipped in 95, ridiculous. My rap lines is like landmines. One step, kaboom, black suits fill the room. To whom it may concern, Junior Mafia is the click. Act up, I have my honeys total bustle. That's right.
In the middle of the day now, baby, I seem to think of only you. Oh yeah, never thinking for a moment, baby, that you've been thinking of me too. Yeah. So I can't wait for the day that we can be together. I can't let you walk away.
That's right.
Oh, can't you see you and me were meant to be your baby? And there's nothing left to say. Can't you see what you do to me? I know we're meant to be. You and me, oh yeah. Oh baby, can't you see what you do to me? I know we're meant to be. You and me, oh yeah. And every time I see you, I get this feeling, oh yeah, telling me you're the one. Oh, what a feeling, hey, be together. I can't let you walk away. Oh, can't you see you and me want to be your baby? There's nothing left for me to see. Oh, baby, can't you see what you do to me? I know what you're doing to me. Boy, why don't you see what you do to me? Oh, 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 yeah.
You're he. Might check. You're he. Back again. Back again. And that don't sound too bad this time. We'll take that. Take that. No Diddy. What's happening, grand old chat room? How we doing? I got a stretch. Refreshed, refreshed. You tell me in the building. Famalam, JP in the building. CC in the building. What's happening? How you folks doing, man? Good to see you again. Good to see you again. I know, innit? Had golden forks. Golden forks coming my way. That was crazy. That was crazy. I actually put that stream on display to the public. Doing some numbers right now. Surprised they want to see that shit. Very interesting. Thank you. They like that shit. That's over 1,000 views already. Salute to you folks. Hey, but we're back again. We're back again. Um, like I said, I wanted to get into a bit of the Diddy stuff, right? Bit of the Diddy stuff. That's what I wanted to get into. I don't plan for sticking around for too long, in and out before the family gets back. So yeah, let's get into something real quick. All right. The art of dialogue. Let's go.
Clayton Howard, happy to have you on the platform, my guy.
Thank you very much, brother. It's a pleasure to be here.
For the people that's not familiar with you, introduce yourself to the people.
Well, I'm Clayton Howard. Unfortunately, I am one of the male providers or escorts, if you want to call them, that was heavily mixed up in the Diddy and Cassie matter.
Yes, indeed. So, with that being said, I want to take it from the beginning. How did you first meet Diddy and Cassie?
Wow, that's a crazy story in itself. So I actually got incarcerated because I ain't a lot of these guys are like strippers and dancers. I'm gonna be honest. I used to be out there. Like I lived a very different life than I live right now. I got into some trouble in my early 20s, so they sent me to prison, and I had. When I got out, I was in amazing shape. The jail glow, big arms, big shoulders, six pack.
All right, Clay. I know how that feels. I had that glow up. Yeah, yeah. I had that glow up. Let's keep going.
Abs. I had no problem getting women. So I was sleeping with this woman that I had like met in Manhattan or something, and she actually owned an independent agency that managed escorts. So from basically busting her back down, she's like, "Yo, you are amazing. You realize you can make money from this."
Yo, he getting paid, busting her back down, Listen to the man. Logan in the building. What's happening, Logan? Much love to you.
Independent agency that managed escorts. So from basically busting her back down, she's like, "Yo, you are amazing. You realize you can make money from this." So I think she's just gassing me. I'm like, "Baby, whatever." She's like, "No, I'm serious. Look at your body. You're amazing in bed." She's like, "Yo, I could make money for you. What's up?" And I'm like, "Get out of here with this." So she's coming at me for weeks with this art, weeks. Again, I had just came home. I'm trying to get a job. I don't want to go back to selling rock. So I had the idea to sell cock. I was like, you know what? Let's try it.
From selling rock to selling cock. That's crazy. Transition though. Hey, he's gone the legal way, right? He's gone the legal way, bro. Salutes to him. However you get paid, right?
you know, Post me up. So let's see what happens. So she posts me up. And immediately I start getting calls from like older white couples, married men with wives,
Mm-mm.
late 40s, excuse me, early 50s. It would turn out that that would be my niche, older white women love an in shape, dark skinned black man. Uh,
Mm. Is that true, ladies? Ladies of the chat room, is that true?
and it was pretty profitable for a while. I want to say 60 days in is when I got the call from Cassie. Calling the woman through the agency that hired me independently. She calls me up. She says,
So you're hearing that he got the call from Cassie, right? The man just said he got the call from Cassie because Cassie liked what she's seen in the, the pictures or whatever, the menu section, right? So Cassie made the call.
Listen, this girl saw your pictures and she's in love. She wants you to come over. I'm like, word. Shorty tells me the girl sounds like she looks amazing. I said, all right, give her my number. Let me talk to her. Whatever. She sends me Cassie's number. She gives Cassie my number. Before I could even call Cassie, Cassie calls me. Hey, what's up, Dave? Yeah, what's going on? She's like, yo, I saw your pictures. I like what I saw. Is that really your, manhood? Yeah, that's mine. She's like, all right, I'm in the London hotel in New York. You want to come see me? We go through the subtleties, and I'm called to the London. That's the first time I meet Cassie.
And when you first met her, how did that go?
When I first met her, it was dope. I was obviously surprised by how beautiful she was. I never expected a woman that gorgeous to open the door. Now,
The guy at the hotels, he's meeting Cassie in a hotel. But keeping in mind, it was Cassie that rang him, right? Not even Diddy. He didn't even get a phone call from Diddy. Cassie made the call. He hadn't even spoken on Diddy as much. Cassie made the call. That's interesting. Your London had a tour video. Hold on. Your London, I had a tour video was on your show or on part of my video. You're in commentary. Yeah, which one's that? Okay, okay. You're gonna have to show me one day. Saute in the building. What's happening? Salute to you, Logan.
never. Um, I remember when she opened the door, I was so stuck. I was looking at her like, wow, look at this woman. And she actually had to speak to me just to snap me out of it. Like, yo, bro, hey, Dave. I'm like, oh, what's going on? So it was a lot to first see her, and it immediately put my guard up because she was too attractive. I'm like, why is this woman paying some guy to come here and give her a massage? She could get anybody to get her massage. Why does she want me to get her a massage? And I would find out later it had nothing to do with a massage. She wanted me to give her the works.
Hey, Cassie wanted the works. Cassie wanted the works. That's what it was. Okay. So where is Diddy in all of this? Hmm? So it starts off with Cassie, right? Keep that in mind.
So how did she first bring that up to you that she wanted to have sex with you?
Missing teeth ruin your life.
I've got so many missing teeth. My life's fine, man.
I walk into the suite with her, beautiful suite. I'm sitting in the living room. We talk for a few minutes. She offers me a drink, whatever. We're just like basically getting to know each other. She then says, let me see what you're working with. I said, okay, cool. By then I was a little drunk. I had a few drinks. I'm like, all right. I show her. She starts salivating. She's like, yeah, that's what's up. She says, all right. She takes out a
Cassie, you freak. Yeah, that's what's up. Salivating. Yo, Cassie, calm down.
I said, okay, cool. By then I was a little drunk. I had a few drinks. I'm like, all right. I show her. She starts salivating. She's like, yeah, that's what's up. She says, all right. She takes out a joint. She passes me a joint. This is when she tells me that her husband is there and he wants to watch.
Ah, so Cassie said, hey, by the way, my husband is here and he would like to watch. That's interesting. So Cassie made the call. Cassie greeted him, right? And all this, he still hasn't heard or seen anything of the husband, aka Puffy, the partner, Diddy. That's interesting. Let's keep going.
Now, prior to this, she never told me she was with anyone else. She tells me at this point that he's there, he's cool, he's into her being satisfied by guys that are larger than him. He's real.
Damn, Puffy, slow down.
He's into her being satisfied by guys that are larger than him. He's really into the lifestyle. She starts to explain to me that they're swingers. They do their little, like swinging stuff. She asked me, did I have a problem with him watching? Now, considering my past clients, I had no problem with him watching because I had done this with the three or four. I actually think I had like five solid clients by then. And usually, when husbands called me to give me their wives, they usually watched the first encounter if it went to a sexual encounter. So they would basically sit in the room and watch to make sure their wife is safe. So when, Cassie said this to me, I was kind of, I want to say, numb to the situation of someone watching me from a voyeur standpoint. So I said, cool, no problem. And he came down. He was really quiet. He had his face covered with a baseball cap. I think it was Pittsburgh because it had a yellow P on it, and his bandana wrapped around his nose and his mouth.
Okay, so he came down wrapped up, disguised, right? Disguised, bandana, hat. He didn't want to be noticed because it's Puffy at the end of the day, right? He just came to do his thing. He didn't really want to impose on anybody. So that's strange. But it was Cassie that, invited him out, told him to come out. That's crazy.
He spoke to me like, yeah. I said, yeah. Barely said a word. Immediately grabbed a bottle of baby oil.
Uh-oh. That's what it was. The baby oil. I forgot about that shit. The baby oil. Okay. Puffy. Let's keep going.
Went to the dark corner, sat in the corner. Cassie comes up to me. She starts talking to me, complimenting my body, my chest. She asked Diddy, can she begin? Can she touch me? He told her no, put the baby oil on. And that
No. Put the baby oil on.
was my education that night into how the next 8 years would be.
So he was cool with a man having a bigger manhood than him. He was turned on by that.
Yes, he was. There were even encounters where I remember specifically with the gentleman who testified first for the trial, Daniel Phillip. I remember when this guy paid us for the orgy with Cassie, that he was actually looking at me and Daniel Phillip, and he was like, "Yo, if I had
AG for the OG with Cassie. That's crazy. That. Mm-mm.
you guys, like manhood, I wouldn't even have to work. I wouldn't have to do nothing." And me and Daniel Phillip looked at each other like, "Whoa, what the hell is he talking about?" You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
L is for the way.
Because you can please Cassie in ways he couldn't.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I don't like to talk this way about Cassie because she does deserve the respect of the confidentiality of our sexual encounter. But I think she kind of forwent that by speaking about it herself and bringing this before the media. But when I used to have sex with Cassie, Cassie used to come like that, literally like that. I don't know how. Like I watched her and Diddy have sex. He wasn't doing what I was doing. I would have sex with her in maybe 5 minutes. She'd squirt and come all over the place.
Mm-mm.
She was an incredibly sexual young woman. Incredibly, incredibly sexual.
When's the next time y'all met up after the first meeting?
Well, after that encounter, it went for probably I want to say a little under a day. But the funny part is when I was leaving, Cassie actually comes to me and she's like, "Yo, that was great. Can you stay longer?" I had been there maybe 12 hours already, so I'm like,
What? 12 hours and Cassie wants you to Hey, that's crazy. That's crazy, Cassie. Let the man go home, Cassie.
"You're gonna pay me again, right?" And she said, "Absolutely. Hold on." She goes upstairs. She
12 hours and she still wants more. That's a machine. She's a machine.
gets me some money. I can't remember how much it was off the top of my head now, but she comes back. She gives me a wad of cash, and she was like, "Yo, how long can you stay?" And basically, honestly, I told her, "Well, how long are you going to pay me?" She said, "The same amount." I said, "As long as you want me to stay, that's the same amount of time." You give me the same amount, I'm going to give you the same time. So I stay with her. We have an excellent, like encounter. It goes really well. I liked Cassie when I met her. Cassie's a very down to earth woman. She's polite. She has excellent energy. There's really no way you could not like Cassie when you meet her. This is the truth. She's a very, very affable and nice person. So I was actually kind of surprised where like 2, 3 weeks later, she called me again. And she's like, "Yo, are you around?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay. I guess you couldn't get enough." She said, "No, I've been thinking about you the whole time. What's up? Can you come meet me at the same place?" I said, "All right." I go back to the London hotel. I meet her in the same place. The same thing happens again, word for word with the freak offs, as far as the baby oil, the stages of a freak off until we finally had intercourse. And then I left to the next time.
So these free costs was really happening. Really happening, boy. That's crazy. Mm-mm.
Did they give you any rules when it came to the freakos?
I never was given a role. I was never even told the name of this was a freak off. The truth is, the only time I was ever told or given a name for what these was is the time that me, the first guy who testified, Daniel Phillip, and Diddy actually ran a train on Cassie. And Diddy himself and Cassie called it a sexathon. but they never called it a freak off. The first I've heard freak offs, because I'm from the hood. People we know all know what freak offs is, but I've never heard it like commercially, publicly, as far as with this case until I started hearing this and with Cassie put in the lawsuit and the fact that the U.S. Attorney's Office was marketing him as making these freak offs.
So Daniel Phillips, he had an orgy with Diddy and Cassie, and they called it a sexathon.
Yes, they Diddy and Cassie themselves referred it to as
Daniel Phillips. I know that name. I just can't remember. But I know that name. I can't put the face to it. But I know that name. So everybody was involved. That's crazy.
sexathon, but they called me. Daniel Phillip was already there. Cassie actually calls me and she's like, "Yo, do you mind watching me with another guy?" And I did, because I had never been involved with her and someone else. I kind of really thought it was
Damn. So Cassie wanted him to watch her with another what two blokes. I don't know. What is going on, Cassie?
a monogamous situation. Diddy was not well endowed, and she just needed somebody to fill her and satisfy her. So I really believed at this time that that was my role, that I was only being called in because this rich and powerful guy could not satisfy his woman. It wasn't until I got in this freak off that I saw her like in front of Daniel Phillip with and Diddy with like two penises in her face that I was realizing like, wow, this chick.
Wow, Cassie. Cassie. Two of them things. Two of them things. You get me thinking you're good girl. Some of us had crushes on you, Cassie. Some of us had crushes on you, Cassie. Growing up, you was the one. I swear to God, he was like, ooh, like Cassie. Yeah, 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 yeah. Come to find out, you're a whole different person, boy. Whole different person. The clip.
Is not what you think. It was actually a little hurtful, I'll be honest. It was a little heartbreaking when I had to walk in there and see her with penises in her face and to be completely engaged with her.
Ah, Cassie. Completely engaged. All right, Cassie, man. Come on, calm down, Cassie.
Oh, like she loves it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I did look at her different.
And you said this lasted 2 days,
Oh.
right?
She loves it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I did look at her different.
And you said this.
Like, oh, like she loves it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I did look at her different.
And you said this lasted 2 days, right?
It lasted 2 days, about a day and a half, 2 days.
How does that work? Because I know y'all not having sex for 2 days straight. So what is y'all doing in between time?
It's in like stages or what you want to call like sessions. So let's say like in that encounter, I remember specifically like myself, Daniel Phillip, and Diddy might, all three run a train on her. She gets a little exhausted, so she needs a break. They go into the master suite. Me and Daniel. She gets a myself, Daniel Phillip, and Diddy might, all three run a train on her.
All three. What? All three. Cass, you got some explaining to do, Cass. You got some explaining to do. That that is an eternal in the making if I don't say so myself. Huh? Huh? Wow. All three. Ah, you're breaking my poor little heart. Ouch. All three. Ouch. My heart. Ouch.
She gets a little exhausted, so she needs a break. They go into the master suite. Me and Daniel. Cassie has an orgasm, she usually needs a break. So she'll retire to the master suite, and we're forced to pretty much sit there and wait till she's recuperated enough to come back for another orgasm.
Mm-mm. So you gotta wait after smashing her until she recuperates to come back out. That's that's a mad ritual, boy. That's crazy. Hey, hey, my boy. I hope you got paid, man. Hey, I ain't hating. I hope you got paid.
And that's how it would last 2, 3 days. Let's say we had sex with her for an hour or two. She might take an hour, hour and a half break. She'll come back. She wants some more. Then she might go take a 2 or 3
Come back one more. She's a machine. Ghost in the machine. She's a machine.
hour break. She'll come back. She wants some more. That's pretty much how it went so long.
And where were y'all climax at? Would y'all do that on Cassie, or would y'all get a towel? And I don't know, how does that work?
Well, we all wore condoms this encounter because it was three of us there, and I'm pretty sure she didn't want to like blow up the fact that she was just sleeping with everybody raw. So this encounter, we
Wow. She didn't want to blow it up. She didn't want to blow up the fact. My poor heart. Ah, my heart. Cassie, my heart.
did wear condoms, and the objective was is like if you ejaculated to take the condom off and kind of like try to put it on her. Um, I was honestly grossed out by this encounter. I don't think I actually ejaculated the entire time because she used to like she would orgasm so quick that she would be like wait because she came and she would push me up, and this literally went on for 2 days where like she would orgasm, I would get close and I wouldn't. So you can imagine the experience, the feeling of blue balls I had leaving there, continually having sex with this
That's not right, bro. She got yours. Let you get yours. She got hers. Excuse me. She got hers. Now you gotta get yours, right? She got hers. You gotta get yours. Blue balls? No, hell no. Right? Get yours, homie. Get yours off. What you mean? Blue balls? Never heard of it. Blue balls? How dare you? Come here, young lady.
woman and never orgasming.
Right.
Yeah, mute that advertising thing. Yeah, Cassie is moving wild. I told you. Hmm? They move wild. You mean? They move wild.
Right. So you was in the sister thing. Not only was you watching, but you was actually involved too.
I joined in because Diddy, when I got to the apartment, I really didn't want to do it. But Diddy comes to me after like maybe 30 minutes sitting there, like, what's up, Playboy? What you gonna do? It was either put out
What did Puffy say to you? What's up, Playboy? What you gonna do? Hold on.
I joined in because Diddy, when I got to the apartment, I really didn't want to do it. But Diddy comes to me after like maybe 30 minutes sitting there, like, what's up, Playboy? What you gonna do? It was either put out or get out. So I kind of had to put out and engage
Put up or get out. Puffy's giving you an option, boy. Put up or get out. You swinging on what, homie?
in the situation or leave.
Wow. Man, that's
They don't play. Put out and get out.
right. Yeah.
They don't play. Yeah, they don't play. Put up or get out. He playing. No, he ain't playing. He ain't playing. He ain't playing. Put up or get out, homie. You swinging on what, homie?
Yeah, Cassie, man. I didn't know she was getting busy like that, man. Damn.
Cassie get busy, yo. Like even it's kind of funny because I think I was telling you, like, now that I've gone public, a lot of other providers are reaching out to me that saw Cassie. And they're like, bro, you got so much courage, bro, because everything you're saying is right. She was with this. This is what she did. And we tried to tell the US attorney. They didn't want to listen to us. Bro, you've gone public. A lot of other providers are reaching out to me that saw Cassie. And they're like, bro, you got so much courage, bro, because everything you're saying is right. She was with this. This is what she did. And we tried to tell the US attorney. They didn't want to listen to us.
And the longest freak off you had with Cassie was 4 days, right? In Miami.
Yes, it was.
Break that down if you don't mind.
That was a lot of drugs, a lot of alcohol. Um, it just, something like you didn't even realize when you were in these encounters that they went so long, especially if they like convinced you to take the drug. Because the thing about ecstasy and Molly, those type of drugs, is they're not drugs that suppress you. They don't numb you. They heighten everything. So if you take them, you have a bunch of energy, and like your nerves or every nerve in your body is alive because you have the sexual sensation to continue to go forward. So with drugs like these, you just stay up and you don't even realize that you're up so long because you're kind of like having fun. You feel good, so you're constantly having sex. Before you know it, you start in the morning, it's nighttime. You might doze off for maybe 30 minutes, start having sex again. By the time you finish, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. We fall asleep for a few hours. We wake up 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning, order breakfast, start again. And before you know it, you're 3, 4 days in, dehydrated, um, brain feel like marshmallow from all the drugs that you've been taking for 3 or 4 days. And your body's sore, you're marked up. Like I used to be bruised as far as my penile shaft from obsessive masturbation of
Damn.
I don't recall the extended sessions that were 3, 4 days to ever end well. Like I was always bruised up. I always had like scarring and tears on my penis.
All right, that's enough of that. Hey, Cassie, Cassie, what is up, Cassie? That's wild. I said, what's up, Playboy? You put up or get out, Playboy. What's up, Playboy? Put up or get out. Poor working conditions. Oh no. Poor working conditions. Oh Lord. Poor working conditions, you know. That's crazy. Yeah, that's wild. I mean, Cassie, she was doing a lot, right? She was doing a lot. Telling you, she was doing a lot. Let me have a look. Hold on, this one. Oh, hold on a sec. This one. How long is that one? I want a shorter one. Just. All right, cool. Let's start with that one. Sec. Slippers, I thought that Babe L stuff was just a myth, right? I thought that shit was just a myth, but yeah, straight from the S worker's mouth, right?
Man, man. And Diddy, he got mad at you because you was having sex with Cassie behind his back, right?
No, I never had sex with her behind his back. She was contacting me behind his back. After a while,
Oh, so there it is. He set the record straight. She was contacting me behind my back, behind his back. That's what you can't. Hey, these females are raw. You can't trust them. Can't trust them. He just tried to paint the narrative like if it was, the other way around. Listen.
had sex with her behind his back. She was contacting me behind his back. After a while, the sex got really good after a while. So, as a woman, as a human being, she wants to connect with the person that's making her feel like this. We had a lot in common. Her birthday's August 26th. My birthday's August 26th. So we're birth Virgos. She's really into astrology. So, us just being people who believe in certain things. Imagine meeting a woman and you having sex well and it's great. And then one day you find out you and her are born on the same day. That's something that you're going to be like, wow, is this a coincidence? So I think that's what kind of really strengthened our relationship to the point where she started to want to know more about me. So she would contact me, tell me how great the sex was, ask me for penis pictures, just ask me what I was doing during the day. And this actually went on, I want to say, for 6 or 8 months until I saw Diddy and her maybe 6 or 8 months into this. And I walk into the suite, and like the first thing he does is he presses me, walks up to me in my face, like, yo, man, why you texting my girl behind my back? So, I kind of back up, like, what are you talking about? He's like, yo, I went through her phone. It's texting there. Y'all not supposed to be texting. This is something that's a swinging activity for me and her. You shouldn't be trying to get at her behind me. I'm like, dude, no, I'm not.
Ah, okay. So the impression is it's a party only, right? After that, After the room's done, the event in the room is done, there should be no type of connection, is what Puffy is saying. Right? That's what Puffy's saying. I can agree to that, Puffy, even though it's fucked up, but I can agree to that. Yeah, yeah. But he's saying Cassie's going behind his back and contacting the S worker, contacting the S worker. Right? That isn't a part of the agreement, is what Puffy's trying to say. So there's rules to the game, is what Puffy's trying to say. I agree with that, Puffy. There's rules to the game, even though it's a fucked up game. But yeah, I see where you're coming from. Cassie,
Nah, she's texting me, bro. I'm not texting her. And if you got a problem with me texting her, I won't answer no more. So Cassie stepped in. She admitted that she was texting me. She claimed she told him that she was texting me to build up desire for the fantasies for the next time we saw each other. But Diddy wasn't trying to hear that. He said, listen, dude, don't answer my girl if she texts you. You don't text him again. So he basically put us both on notice not to contact each other without him.
there it is. So he said, hey, put you both on notice. Don't be doing that shit. Right? If that's like the bank. If the bank rings you up, right, and says, hey, stop doing that, or else we're gonna stop your money. We're gonna, whatever the case may be. You're gonna stop because it's your income, right? And that's what's happening. You gotta stop if your income's telling you that. Someone said, now we see why she got slapped. Yo, crazy. I know, right? Wild.
Now here's the thing. She actually did keep contacting me after that, but
See that? You see that? Puffy said, hey, listen, stop contacting the man, please. It's gonna complicate things, right? Please stop. And then look what he just said.
without him. Now here's the thing. She actually did keep contacting me after that, but I stopped answering because I believed it was a trap. I thought she was trying to set me up.
Ah, so she proceeded to make the contact, and he was like, nope, I ain't doing it. I ain't falling for it. Like, please leave me alone, please. But her and her fast self, wanting something. She's like, hey, pick up the phone.
Like trying to see if I would answer,
I agree, you tell me. They got no morals. I agree.
despite the fact he told me not to. So I just stopped answering him.
Imagine being able to build anything.
Yeah, that's wild.
That Cassie, she'll disrespect Diddy when it came to his penis size, right?
Not directly, but inadvertently, yes. Like she would laugh at him after she and I had sex. She might smirk at him. Let's say she and I had an encounter and he tried to get on top of her after that. The comparison of the two inside of her was probably noticeably different. So a few times she would catch him smirking, laughing, stuff like that. And he asked her, like, yo, what's so funny? And let's say she didn't give him the right answer, he'll kick her, he'll push her, that's really where the domestic violence came from. The domestic violence came from the fact that she would emasculate him. She would do things that let him know he had a small penis, that she really wasn't trying to hear what he was saying. Diddy's an arrogant, petty dude, bro. He's not trying to hear that. He's super competitive. He believes he's supposed to be in control. So his woman trying to like embarrass him in front of me is a no-no. That's why he used to hit her.
Speaking of
Damn.
being competitive, he used to compete with you, right? Well, who can have sex with her better?
Yeah. Every time, like let's say me and her were going, and again, I don't like going into detail about our encounters, even though I have, I kind of had to go into them because she's trying to pretend like Dave isn't as significant as he really was, and that's not the case, Cassie. We both know what time it was. So Diddy would watch she and I have sex, and it was hot. He sit there, he's high out of his face on Molly, ketamine, whatever concoction of drugs he's managing to take this encounter. And he might have looked at the way I had sex with her, and now he wants to do the same thing. So being high, he's not realizing that the penal size is going to make a major difference if you try to do that. He jumps on top of her. He tries to start ramming her. I've been on a dude. You're not, it's not the same thing. And he can see that. So she would emasculate him with that. She definitely would. She would let him know that his penis was small. Definitely.
And Cassie, she used to ask you to urinate on her, right?
Oh, she asked me to urinate her for about a year and a half, dude.
Damn. She wanted to get R. Kelly, boy. Cats, my heart. Ah, my heart. Ah, my heart, my heart, my heart. My heart, my heart. My heart, Cassie. What you doing to me, man? Broken hearted right now. Hmm. I thought you could do no wrong. You people are terrible. Told you these women are monsters, right? Women are monsters. I'm not saying she's a monster because she's getting, urinated on. I'm just saying the truth's in the pudding, right?
Um,
Oh wow.
and yeah, every time I saw her, she would beg me to urinate her to tell me how
Damn, you begging for it now? Damn, my heart. Ouch. Ah, my heart. Broken heart. Ah, my heart.
she likes it to trickle down her chest.
Ah, my heart. My heart. Ouch, 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 ouch. Ouch. Yo, Cass, what's up, man? Cassie, man. What's up? That's wild. I used to look at Cassie as wifey growing up. Like, I can't wait to get a lady like Cassie. I can't wait to get a lady like Cassie. All right. Come to find out they're no good. They're no good.
She likes the warm feeling as it
Ah, my heart. Ouch, ouch. Oh, my heart. Ouch. Yeah, too much, you told me. Ouch, ouch. My heart. Breaking my heart, Cassie.
goes over her breast.
Ah, my heart.
And in the beginning, I didn't really know her as well as I knew her as the relationship developed. So I'm a good bullshitter. I would be like, "Oh, I don't want to do this today. Oh, I can't
Yo, he's a good bullshitter. Let me hear this. What you said telling me.
pee because I got a shy bladder. You got to cut water on or something like that, just to make her think I couldn't do it." But the truth is, it's disgusting, bro. Like, what man wants to have sex with a woman after you urinate on her?
Facts. They're nasty people. Facts. Huh? Nasty people. What, so you mean I got to urinate on you and then lay down next to you? No, later.
I'm from the projects. People
Hmm.
used to piss in the staircase. I
Hmm.
know piss smells once it gets
Hmm.
old. It's yellow. It's nasty. It's nothing sexy about urine. So I told her this after maybe a year of her asking me. I just got tired of it. I said, "Yo, why do you keep asking me to urinate on you? Do you really like that?"
Oh, my heart. Ouch. 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 My heart. Oh.
So she breaks it down to me again how she likes the warm urine going over her chest and flowing down her breast over
Ouch. Ouch. My heart. You're breaking my heart all over again, man. Come on, man.
her nipples. Like she was really descriptive to the
Cassie! What you doing?
extent where I could tell she was into this. Um, but I remember I looked at it and I said, "Yo, check this out. If you want me to urinate on you, we're not gonna have sex."
Facts. Yeah, you tell her. You tell her, Mr. Black Man. You tell her. You tell her. Yo, that's crazy. Yeah. You gotta stand up for your rights, innit? Get up. Stand up. Get up for your rights. Tell her.
Because that does not turn me on. It's nasty. Honestly, I would never sleep with a woman who had urine on her. It's freaking disgusting. So if you want to have sex,
That is making disgusting.
we're not going to have sex because that does not turn me on. It's nasty. Honestly, I would never sleep with a woman who had urine on her. It's freaking disgusting.
Tell
So
her.
if you want to have sex, fine. We're not going to urinate. But if I urinate on you, we're not going to have sex. She said, "Damn, that's all you had to say because I definitely want to have sex." So now Diddy comes in
She said, "Yeah, that's all you had to say, because I definitely want the D." Whoa, Warrior. Hello, fools and tools. Hello there. Hello. You are listening to London McLovin, the greatest show in heaven. Nobody does it better. Nobody. Take your shit, make it my shit, fat boy. What's happening, Noble? No.
the room. He asked her what we're talking about. She says, "Oh, he doesn't want to urinate on me because it turns him off." Did he ask her what you feel about that? She said, "I want to have sex with him. He doesn't have to urinate on me." And they never asked me again. I couldn't see her honestly liking urine on her. I couldn't like grasp that concept in my head, so it wasn't something I could do. And I never did to her. Never called her, never verbally abused her during sex like Diddy would ask me to call her, like B and ho. I never talked to her that way. Never was abusive to her, choking her, never spit in her mouth like she used to ask me to spit in her mouth.
Ah, my heart. What, Cass? What you doing, Cass? What you doing to me, man? I had a big crush on you, Cass. That's not fair. That's not fair.
Mouth, never urinate on her. I want to say that my approach with her was more of a softer love-making type of sex. And I think that's why she liked me because I was delicate with her.
Pour the amber nectar into an old jam.
Yeah, that's wild. Cassie got some skeletons in her closet, some bodies. Mm? Cassie needs to be locked up. Lock that woman up. Mm? Yeah, she sounded nasty hour. Yo, nasty hour. What did I just walk into? Nasty hour. Yeah. Facts, facts, facts. Nasty hour. Uh-huh. Brought to you by Diddy and Cassie.
Think that she would ask you to urinate on her after the session, then she'll get in the shower. That's crazy, man.
Shorty was with that nasty work, bro. It's like
Mm.
she was with that nasty work. I mean, like we have
Oh man, you're killing me, Cass. My heart, Cass. Breaking my heart. Mm? Oh, Cassie, you're breaking my heart now. Hey, Cassie, man.
having sex for days and I'm dumping in her, bro. She not cleaning up, taking a shower. She not doing none of that, bro. Thinking about it now, I feel real.
Oh, she's not taking showers or nothing. Oh man, you living like the stairwell. Jesus Christ, Cass, have a shower.
Bro, she not cleaning up, taking a shower.
Oh, Cass, you're just laying there in piss. Oh my goodness. Oh man. You just laying there in piss, man. Get up. Go wash yourself. Oh, Cass, you're breaking my heart. Breaking my heart. Man, that's crazy. I'll never look at a beautiful woman ever again. Ever again. I go blind when they walk past. They got some dark secrets, boy.
She not doing none of that, bro. Thinking about it now, I feel really nasty because I realize how much the drugs Molly and E affect your psyche, where you're not conscious of certain things you're doing. But those freak offs used to be kind of nasty because for like days I would be coming in Cassie and she wouldn't even wash. She would just be walking around the room like it was regular.
Damn. Damn. Walking around like a public swimming pool. Jesus Christ, Cassie. What you doing? Public swimming pool, Cass.
And Cassie, she was the one collecting your sperm, right?
That started in the beginning again also, bro. I remember specifically like the first time it happened, I was using condoms with Cassie when they were asking me for the semen. So I remember she asked me, like when you finish, you think you could come in the cup.
Oof. In the cup. Okay.
And I was like, why? And she says, oh, I like to play with it. I like to drink it. He likes to see me do things with it. So I actually thought she was playing. I didn't think she was serious. But as we were involved in the encounter and it was getting longer and longer, she kept asking me, like, are you going to come? Are you going to come? Are you going to give it to me? And I said, oh my God, she's really serious. She really wants me to do this. So she asked me so much, I remember it started bothering me. And I was like, yo, you really want me to give you see, I said, I can't do that. I was like, why you want my DNA? I'm not really comfortable with that. And I'll be honest, they offered me like $2,000 to give him the semen in the cup. So, bro, I
What did you do, my friend? Hey, what did my friend do? Because you were standing on business a second ago saying, no, I ain't doing this. I ain't doing it. I ain't with it. I'll give you 2 racks. What did you do? Tell me, my friend.
gave it to him. It really wasn't no brainer dollars to give him the semen in the cup. So, bro, I gave it to him.
You gave it to him. He said, what business? Take that, take that.
It really wasn't no brainer once they said that. I was like, you want two
Pay the man. I need to get paid. First of the month. Wake up, wake up.
stacks for my semen? Hold on a second. Yoink it out, give it right to him. Here you go. So I want to say comfortably for maybe a year and a half. They were paying me to collect semen. Cassie would collect it in a wine glass.
They would collect. He was getting paid for that shit. You getting paid for that shit. That's not even the sperm bank. You're doing better business than the sperm bank. What? You're getting paid healthy.
A shot glass and a whiskey glass, whatever glass we had available. And then her, and it's funny because I thought about it years later, how she would collect the semen in the cup and Diddy would be trailing right behind her like a little kid who
Uh-oh.
mommy had the juice in his hand, the cup, and Diddy would be trailing right behind her like a little kid who mommy had the juice in his hand or something.
Diddy will be running behind Cassie. Right? Diddy will be running behind Cassie like a little kid. He's saying, Mummy, Mummy, juice. Can I have juice? Oh my goodness. Diddy. 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 Yo. Let me hear that again. No, I didn't just hear that.
It's funny because I thought about it years later, how she would collect the semen in the cup and Diddy would be trailing right behind her like a little kid who mommy had the juice in his hand or something. You know what I'm saying? So when I heard the trial and her say she used to pay for put the semen on his nipple, I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, yo. Oh, Wowzers, whoa, skr, skr, skr. What? 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 Yo, yo, hold on. That's wowzers. That's wowzers. I'm not even gonna replay that. That's staying where that is. I'm not even replaying that. I'm not gonna do that. My ears don't need to hear that again. No, sirree. Uh-uh. You wanna hear that shit? You reload it yourself. I reloaded. Nope, I ain't doing it. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I refuse to. Let's keep going. Roll the clip.
Art, it made sense. Cause I'm like, yo, that's why he was so thirsty following her in the room every time she took the semen. The semen was for him. It was
Ah! No! Woyoy! 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 Mm-mm. Damn. Damn. Roll the clip.
wasn't for her. So that I definitely believe. Because every time she used to take my semen, I swear to you, bro, Diddy would be behind her like a little kid in the room as quick as he could, closing the door. So
Woyoy! Yo! He was out of there. Out of there. Meow. Meow. In there before Cassie sometimes. Meow. That's wild. That's crazy. Mm-mm.
so yeah, that was weird. But eventually I stopped because we started having unprotected sex and she started to ask me to come in her. You dealing with these drugs. All right, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna take accountability. I should have made better decisions. I was younger. I was thirsty for the money. She's a beautiful woman, and I was high off of these, like sexual inducing drugs. So I made some bad decisions, and I just, started giving her what she want. I slept with her so long. I'm not catching any diseases. She's showing me paperwork. You want me to dump on you, baby? No problem. She's telling me she's on the pill, so I'm doing.
Damn. Said you want me to dump in you, babe? No problem. Yo, my heart, my heart, ow, oh, my heart, breaking my heart, Cass. Ouch, ouch, man, oh man, Cass.
Doing it. Worst mistake I ever made, bro. If I could take it back, God, I wish I could take it back, bro. Because Diddy used to follow her in that room, bro. Again, like a little kid following his mommy for the juice bottle. I
Oh, for the juice bottle, no, no, you didn't just say for the juice bottle, did you?
follow her in that room, bro. Again, like a little kid following his mommy for the juice bottle. I swear, right on her heels as she was going in the room. So when I heard that part of the testimony, it made 100% sense. I believed him.
When he heard that part of the testimony, He believed it. Believed it. It's told you. I mean,
For what you need to
these
know when
monsters,
you need.
man. These monsters. These monsters. You gotta know. You gotta know. The monsters out there. Not all men are monsters. I know. You got these women out here as well, man. You got these women out here. They're just. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Mm, that's crazy. I had something else that was I wanted to bring the where is it? Oh, shit's moving slow. We'll be back in the game. Back in the game. But yeah, man, look, breaking my heart. Hold on a second. What's going on there? Happiness not. Come on. There we go. Mic check. Testing, testing. Check, check, testing, testing. Mic check. Yeah, this lady right here. Growing up, growing up, I was like, hey, I can't wait till I get a woman like Cassie. Can't wait till I get a woman like Cassie. Come to find out, that ain't the one. That ain't the one. Right? Crazy. Crazy. Even used to sneak into Diddy free cough. I was good the son of her shit. Yeah. Exactly. He's from that town. He's from that town, right? Yeah, we're not finished.
And Cassie would tell you to come in here, right?
Oh, oh yeah. The first time we had unprotected sex was definitely Cassie. Again, bro, like I'm trying to use the right word to respect your platform, but I was smashing it, bro. I was putting that twerking.
To respect the platform. Yeah, you gotta use your words carefully. I respect that. An S worker is, watching his words. I like that.
Yeah, like it's not, it's bad to say, but it's kind of obvious. She's a beautiful woman. A heterosexual man, it takes no effort to do what you got to do with that woman.
Hmm.
Um, so I would go in there, bro, and I'm making love to her like it's the last day on earth, baby.
Gee! Putting in that work, huh? Putting in that work, my son.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going in on her. We are this the first time we had unprotected sex actually is the first time she drugged me with ecstasy.
Oh, hold on. She drugged you. She drugged you for real? Tell me how that went.
We probably had been seeing each other for maybe I want to say 2 years, and they would put me through it, bro. Like I would go to these encounters, and I would be up for like a day and a half, and bro, I would be hurting because I wasn't taking drugs with them. I was an athlete. I ran 5 miles a day. I was a constant like workout enthusiast. I don't got time to be doing all them rock star drugs. And besides, I'm not in the music industry. You know, the music industry is a rock star lifestyle. This is how they live. I don't live like that. So I remember asking Cassie, like, what do you take to stay up like this? Like, cause I'll be with you for days and you've got the same energy like you had in the morning when I got here. So I remember she looks at me and she says, I was hoping you would ask. Hold on a second.
Uh-oh, see it there? See it there? It starts with the woman, right? The Matrix, the woman in the red dress, right? She said, I'm hoping you would ask that. I was hoping you would ask that. Wait there 1 second. Jeez. Hey, all right, say no more.
She goes into the room. She comes out quick.
So I have a hot take. AI is not just a buzzword if you use Monday CRM.
I'm so glad you.
She shows me like a purple e-pill, thick e-pill too. And I said, "What's that?" She said, "It's ecstasy." She starts breaking it down to me, and I'll be honest. At first, I was resistant. I'm like, "Nah, don't take that. I'm good." But it's like what they say. Most men who do hard drugs, a woman introduces them to them. A woman opens you up to it under the promise of sex or something that's going to give you a benefit for
Wow, is that true, gentlemen? Was your first encounters of I don't know, let's say a hard substance, was that with a lady? Is that true?
trying this substance. It is true. So basically, Cassie tells me that if I take this a little bit of this substance with her, the sex is going to be amazing. It's going to go from like 1 to a 10. And looking at her, how beautiful she was, how the great intercourse we were already having, it was enticing to see like, wait a minute, it can get better than this. Really, I'm curious. So I don't like to take pills. I told her, like, all right, how am I supposed to take this? She says, hold on, I'll crush it up for you, and I'll put like a half or a quarter of it in the drink. So she gives me this drink. I drink the drink, and she did not lie, bro. Within like 30 minutes, my entire body was alive. Like I could feel every nerve ending. Me and this girl ended up having sex for like 3 days when she gave me this time. During the course of this sex, I believe it was sometime during the night, we were involved in the encounter. So, I'm stroking her. It's hot. She's into it. She pushes my abdomen up, reaches, rolls off the condom, and pulls me in her real quick, bro.
Damn, how you living, Cassie? Foul. That's how you're living.
Like you date women. I'm pretty sure you've been in a situation where Shorty hit you with the win win real quick before you knew it. You in her. You don't know what the hell is going on, but it's so good you don't come out because like we know how we are as men. Once you get inside like that, it weakens it. It's like kryptonite to a man. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of like fell into it because it was a totally different sensation. I'm high off this ecstasy. It's like, wow, I done fell into heaven all of a sudden. So me and her kind of forget Puff is even there, and we're just going at it, slow, deep strokes. And what snapped me back into the encounter was Diddy himself actually asking Kasky specifically, like, "Yo, you fucking him raw now?" Whoop.
Ah, it was Diddy. Diddy said, "Yo, what? What? You doing that raw? What? Listen,
Snapped me back into the encounter was Diddy himself actually asking Kasky specifically, like, "Yo, you fucking him raw now?" Whoop. Both of us look up. She's looking me in the eye. I'm looking at her like I'm waiting for her to say something because this is your dude and it was your idea. So what you waiting for me to say something? Um, she tells him like, "Oh, I checked this paperwork. It's all good." And that bothered me because, I still thought they were in a monogamous relationship. So immediately to me, someone with some intelligence, the first red flag was, why would this woman lie to her man about seeing my STD results? The hell with that. No, no, no. I jump up. I say, yo, man, listen, check this out. I do have clean test results. I can pull them up on my phone. Can she pull hers up? He said, I thought she seen it already. I said, I ain't show her nothing, but I want to show you because I want to see her and I want to do this right. And Diddy's a man. Diddy's cool. He said, you know something, bro? I respect you telling the truth. He was mad at Cassie, but he was so into the freak off and we was going so like hot and heavy, he didn't want us to stop. So he tells her to show me her results. She shows me her results. I log in. I think it was Quest Diagnostics I was using at the time. I showed them my results, and this is how the freak offs continue. Now, the next encounter, because like I was high, I had unprotected sex with this girl. I was super nervous when I left. Like, damn, I probably caught everything in the book. So I go and immediately get an STD test, and it does come back clean. So the next time I see Cassie, I'd rather be safe rather than sorry. I pull out a condom. She says, what's up? And I said, we never know what could happen. I know you said you're on the pill. I got a girlfriend, no, we got to be careful. She says, all right. Diddy sees the condom. He said, yo, bro, what's that for? Like, you already done had sex with a raw. You really want to put a condom on? I said, yeah, I got a girlfriend and we got to be careful. So Cassie throws the ball on me. Like, I didn't have a problem without the condom. He wants the condom. So now she throws me under the bus and puts it on me. Diddy comes back at me like, yo, bro, you don't think my girl's JJ clean? Like, what's wrong with you? I done blessed you and let you hit raw already. And
oh man, stop there." He said, "I done bless you and let you hit my girl raw already." That's crazy. You didn't actually bless him. He got tricked into doing it, right? You know, she done a little conniving thing.
now you're going to reject it. She's looking at me. He's looking at me.
Yeah, how romantic, Fools and Tools said. How romantic. Poor guy took Dizzle and endured banging Cassie. Pray for his recovery. Yeah, Browns, I know, innit? Poor him. Poor him. I was saying earlier on, right? This was like one of my wifeys back in the day. She didn't even know it, but she was married to me, right? You didn't even know it, Cassie, but me and you was married when we was younger. Did you know that? This lady was like, woof, back in the day. Like, yo, Cassie. You didn't even know it, Cassie.
Peer pressure is real, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, the STD test came back clean. All right, Clay, you know what? What you got to lose? Because the ball's in your court, they putting you under pressure. And I really needed the situation at the time. So I didn't want to mess it up. So I went with it.
Wow. And she forced you to have sex with her before, right? While she was on her period, she put hands on you.
No, she didn't put hands on me. She forced herself on me. By that's a difficult story, but it
Yeah, that she forced herself on him, right? She forced herself on him. That's what he just said. Let's take it back a second.
While she was on her period, she put hands on you.
no, she didn't put hands on me. She forced herself on me. By that's a difficult story, but it's not too hard to tell once you understand what happened. Um, she calls me for one encounter. I can't remember the exact year right now, but I remember it was cold, and it was my anniversary with the girlfriend I was dating at the time. So I was like unavailable for the weekend. So Cassie happens to call me this weekend. She's like, "Yo, are you available? Come to LA." I'm like, "Baby, I can't. It's my anniversary with my real girlfriend. This is my real life. I got to stay here." She flips on me. What the hell are you talking about? We made a deal a couple of years ago that you were exclusively for me. This is monogamous. You're supposed to be available when I call you. She's pissed.
So he's pissed because he's with his girlfriend, his real life, and she's upset. You got Puffy there. What are you upset about? You got Puffy there. You got, whoever else you want. You got celebrities on speed dial. Whoever you want, Cassie. Leave the man alone. Huh?
So I'm confused, bro, because you got a whole man.
Yeah.
What the hell are you mad at me for going in with my girlfriend that you know about that I've been dating 4 or 5 years? She doesn't care anything about that. She's cursing at me. She's rude. She's like, yo, basically, if you don't come, we're done. We're done. Um,
Join 32 Red. I'm getting welcome bonus. Up to
Cassie saying, hey, if you don't come, we are done.
shocked by that. So she hung up
Right? We are done.
anything about that. She's cursing at me. She's rude. She's like, yo, basically, if you don't come, we're done. We're done. Um, and I was shocked by that. So she hung up on me. I think, you know what? Let me call Diddy. Tell Diddy what time it is. He's a man. He got a woman. He might respect my situation enough to let me come in the morning and at least let me spend tonight with my chick. I called Diddy up. I explained the situation, and he totally agrees with me. He says, let me talk to him. So he hangs up. He calls me back maybe 5 minutes later. He said, bro, she's not trying to hear that. If you don't get on this plane, she never gonna call you again.
I get that. I always tell them, get back, you hot hussy.
Now the truth is, they paid me so well. They paid my mortgage when I went to see them for like 2, 3 months every time I see them. So it made sense for me to go because of the economic reliance I had on what they were doing for me. So I go out there to see her. I get there maybe 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning. I remember I got there late. And when I finally got into the suite after all the delays, normally when I enter the freak off, it would be a bunch of little tea candle lights all over the suites because these were really nice suites, bro. These were like duplex suites. They were like 5-star apartments in these hotels. These suites.
So are you following, right? It was his anniversary. He wasn't available. Cassie threw her toys out the pram, so to speak. She threw a little tantrum. Wah, wah, I want you. Wah, wah. Puffy, to get him. Wah, wah. Okay, okay, chill out, Cassie, chill out. Clayton, can you come over and fuck my wife for me? Hey, Puffy, I can't do that right now. With my bitch trying to fuck her. Okay, let me tell Cassie. Hey, Cassie, trying to fuck his bitch. Wah, wah, wah. Okay, Cassie. Wah, wah. Hey, yo, Mr. Blackman, I need you to come over and fuck my wife for me real quick. She's throwing a fit. Wah, wah. You can hear her in the background, like, wah, wah. I, you gotta double it though. I no problem, Mr. Blackman. We see you in what, half an hour, Mr. Blackman? All right, cool, bet. Wah, wah. Okay, calm down, Cassie. He's coming. Okay, daddy. Okay, okay. Thank you, daddy. It's okay. You know I'll give you whatever dick you want, Cassie. I know, daddy.
suites in the Beverly Hills Hotel and etc. Diddy and Cassie took a lot of time to set up for these freak offs. Like there would be platters of baby oil, one platter of baby oil, Astroguard. There might be another platter of Ciroc, De Leon, champagne, water. The blankets would be covering the couch to prevent from accidentally damaging the furniture with baby oil. Um, the tea candles would be all around again. So you know there was like a romantic ambiance to it, a sexual ambiance to the room. There was a vibe, if you want to call it. This is the only time I saw them in 8 years. There was no vibe in the room. It was
Okay, so there was no vibe after 8 years. He said for 8 years, there's always been a vibe. There's always been a vibe. Always been a vibe. 8 years. And he's saying that the day when he comes on his wife's anniversary, there's no vibe. It's like it's like a church. It's like a church. There's no vibe, dark, cold, no candles, nothing. I wonder why. Roll the clip.
dark. There was comforters over the couch, but I remember the living
Covers over the couch. Why would there be covers over the couch? There's never covers over the couch. Is there? I don't know.
room drapes were completely drawn, so you couldn't see anything. So now when I walk into this room, it's dark and Diddy's in there and he just has one candle covering his face.
Diddy's got one candle covering his face. Covering his face. Just Diddy with the candle in a dark, dark room. There was a dark, dark man in a dark, dark corner.
And he's like, yo, man, she mad at you, but y'all make up, but she mad at you. I'm like, all right, whatever. Cassie comes into the bedroom. She don't even talk to me. So I'm trying to, but at this point I had like 4 or 5 years in her, and I'm a gentleman. I'm a charmer. I try to charm her. I'm like, yo, you really mad at me for being with my girlfriend? I'm like, how you mad at me, baby? Like, I got a girlfriend. I can't shit on my girlfriend. That's my real life. She's like ignoring me. Diddy's actually trying to talk to her, like, yo, babe, he got a girlfriend. Like, you got a man. What you really so mad for? So I guess when he said that, she kind of realized she was playing herself. And she's like, whatever. And I'm like, all right, so you mad? I try to give her a hug. And, she gives me the hug back. And I can smell the alcohol on her. So I know she's drunk because I can smell it. She pushes me on the couch. All right.
Okay, so she's drunk. You heard that? She's drunk. You can smell the alcohol on her. She's intoxicated. So she pushed him onto the counter or the couch, whatever. Right? Okay, okay, Cassie, we see you. Calm down.
She starts kissing me, whatever. I'm thinking she's just drunk. She's horny. She's ready to go, like women sometimes are. A woman can get so drunk they become sexually aggressive. This is what I'm thinking she's doing. So she pushes me on the couch. She's kissing me. She's rubbing my chest. She gets my shirt off. She gets me to stand up. She gets my pants off. And at first, it felt pretty good. It was like, oh crap, she's taking you. This is what's up. All right, bet, you know? But after a couple of seconds, it just started to feel weird because she was too aggressive, and she was never aggressive like this. Diddy controlled the pace. If he thought we was going too fast, if he thought it was too
Ah, so Diddy controlled the pace. Diddy was the pacemaker, so to speak. He's the pacemaker. All right. Diddy controlled the pace. He's the pacemaker. So Cassie was going a bit too fast, but he's liking. All right. Diddy was chilling.
much lust involved, he would be like, slow down. But this time he didn't say anything. So she's continuing to do this. And the faster and faster she's going, the more and more it's feeling uncomfortable. So now I start to tell her, like, hold on, wait, let me see what's going on. She's not trying to hear that. She pins me with her hips around the couch and she's kissing me. She throws her tongue in my mouth like she's really passionate. And I can taste the alcohol on her tongue. Finally, she kind of like jumps up, she grabs my manhood and she like sits on it quick. She's already wet from what I think, so it goes in. We start having sex, whatever. As a man, when you're inside of a woman, it really doesn't. I can't say it doesn't matter how it feels, but it's a different feeling. It's kind of debilitating. Let's just be honest as men. It's a little debilitating. It's kind of like kryptonite. So I want to get up, but I can't because I'm actually having sex. And it's like, oh my God, wait a minute. I want to get up, but I can't. So she comes quick. Oh my God, she comes. When she comes, I feel her body weaken. So I take her, push her off, roll over, and they had some touch lamps, I remember, to the left of me on the nightstand, and I touched the touch lamp 3 times real quick. Yo, bro, it's blood everywhere. Blood on the sheets, blood on the floor underneath me.
Damn, blood everywhere. Like a vampire's been in there. Jesus Christ, what happened, black man?
Darkened blood stains in my lap. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm looking at her like, yo, what the hell? And she pretends like, oh my God, I didn't know I had my period. It must have just came.
There it is, right there. That's when you're supposed to lock the witch up. That's when you're supposed to rip her head off, get the headlocks in, and bam, 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 knees to the head, elbows, bam, bam, bam. About you didn't know. Oh, it just came. What? What? At big old 30 odd, you still doing those type of things. You're still doing those things. Oh, I didn't know. It just must have just happened. No way. That's when we're talking about, homicide and that. That's when you could possibly catch a body right there and then. All right. Unintentionally, if you know what I mean.
She pretends like, oh my God, I didn't know I had my period. It must have just came. But the way she said it and the smirk on her face, I
Ah, the smirk on her face. Ah, I see. Uh-uh. This one right here, you broke my heart, man. Broke my heart. Broke my heart. That's crazy. That's crazy. Why you do me like that?
said, yo, she lying. So I got pissed. I'm like, yo, you did that to me on purpose. So normally when they saw me, I'm a gentleman. I'm professional speaking. I talk kind of like a white guy. They saw the black guy come out of me this day. Like, yo, you did that to me? Like, what the hell is wrong with you? So I start spazzing on him. Diddy sees me getting angry and he stops it. He said, yo, bro, chill out. I said, nah, I ain't chilling out nothing, dude. You crazy? She just, look what she just did to me. And he said, you know what? Let me talk to her. She drunk, bro. Cause she's basically in my face, like telling me, go F myself. Men have
Ah,
sex with women all the time. Like, what
you see this? She tried to spin it now, tried to reverse it, use the Uno card. She tried to reverse it on him. Like, F you, it's your fault. We do this all the time where I'm from.
what's the big deal? She's discounting the fact that she forced herself on me on her menstrual cycle, which is technically a sexual assault. Um, Diddy goes in the room. They may be in there for 2 or 3 minutes. He comes back out and he looks me directly in the face. He says, "Yo, bro, listen, I'm sorry." He said she knew she was on her period. She wanted to have sex. We just came back from an event. She's mad drunk. She's mad horny. He said, "Yo, bro, she should have told you and gave you the option to do that. She was wrong." So I look over at her and she's just sitting there like this against the wall, like leaning against the wall, but she's not saying anything. So I'm waiting for her to apologize, which she never does. Finally, he takes out a wad of money. He gives me the wad of money. He said, yo, man, accept this as my apology. We booked you a suite downstairs because they were in the Beverly Hills Hotel. He said, go take a shower, get some rest, let her sober up tomorrow. He said, yo, you know, y'all been doing this so long. I feel like y'all got your own relationship. So y'all shouldn't really mess it up because she's drunk and making a mistake. I had flew for 5 hours to LA. I was exhausted. It's 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, so there's no flights leaving LA. So I technically have to stay. I stayed to the next morning. I think I get up like 7, 8 o'clock. Cassie calls me around 10 o'clock and she tells me she's sorry. She was drunk. She knew she was on her period. She basically confirms the fact that she knew she was on her period. She
Ah, she knew, see? Yeah, she knew. That's fucked up, Cass. You're wrong for that.
was drunk and that she intentionally violated me because she was feeling a way about the fact that I wouldn't come to her instead of my girlfriend. So that's how she forced herself on me and sexually assaulted me because I never knew she was on her period. She never told me. And then when I actually find out, she tried to discount me like the fact that I was offended because I felt insulted didn't matter because she was paying me for sex. And I guess she figured that I didn't matter as a person. And she knew, bro. Like she totally knew she was on her period. She didn't even care. Like she saw me pissed off. She didn't even care. She was like, "So what?"
Mm,
Imagine being able to
yeah, she was like, so what? Didn't care. She didn't care. That's crazy. Crazy, right? When you think people are, one way, they're actually another way, man. That's fucked. This is the words from a S worker, if you know what I mean. That's crazy. You know, if you're gonna lock him up, you gotta lock her up also. Right? In my opinion. That's crazy. But yeah, can't trust him, right? You can't trust him. Can't trust him. Part of me still thinks it's all a big hoax, right? Is it all a big hoax? I don't know, because, you know, so many things got said and done, and you can't do no take backs. You can't do no take backs. Shit's scary, man. Yeah, buddy. But what's cracking though, folks? What is happening? What is happening? How you lot doing out there? How you doing? Anybody got anything new for London? Hmm? Got anything new for your boy? Anything new from the flat earth community? Anything new from the globe community? Anything new from the rising earth community? Anything new from the holographic community? No? How come no one's ever got nothing new from those communities? Why is it just the researchers that's got the new stuffs? Why is it just the researchers that's got the new stuffs? How come no one from these communities have anything new to show you people? Crazy. But you already know that's all it was. It was a Diddy day, right? It was a Diddy day. That's all it was. It was a Diddy day. Nothing special. Nothing special. I hope you enjoyed your little Diddy day. And you know, Cassie broke my heart. I'm upset, Cassie. You broke my heart. Yeah, we got to talk about that, Cassie, because I'm not happy right now. I'm not happy. But you already know they both need to be locked under the jail, right? They both need to go. Both of them. There you go. Nasty bit of work. Both gotta go. Both gotta go. But like I said, man, Puffy and Biggie brought us bangers back in the day. You know. So it's a shame. It's a shame. Maybe Puffy should have went when Biggie went. Right? Maybe they should have took Puffy instead of Biggie. Is what I'm trying to say. You know. Biggie had more to offer, if you ask me. But you already know, folks. You know the motto. Look after yourself. Love over war. Lay low. London.
You just don't know what you do to
Fizz doses, blends and bends like Twizzlers. Biggest signature hurt what's under that skirt. Who filling them with octane? Got them gassed up, about to get blasted up, son. The last one word the mother, brother miss him. I seen it when he kissed him at the wake, made his body shake. The high guy in 850 eyes, smoke tank, rap terror, for chrome and terror. Street five by the rivers, the fifth is conspicuous. Bad boy slipped in 95, ridiculous. My rap lines is like landmines. One step, kaboom, black suits fill the room. To whom it may concern, Junior Mafia is the click. Act up, I have my honeys total busted.
In the middle